The shiny Ting-Lu raids has started, and if the community can beat it 1 million times, then we'll get a shiny of that Ting-Lu. So I made 3 cool sets that you can use to go beat it right now. Just like our previous guides, I am showcasing the one that I think is most effective first. So if you want my opinion on like what is the best mon to use to beat this raid, it's definitely Ogerpon, the normal Ogerpon. The other two are just kind of for fun, in case you want to try something different. They're pretty effective as well, but yeah, just normal Ogerpon, max attack, max HP with a metronome and horn leech. And yeah, this is pretty similar to a lot of sets. If you looked at my other sets, you're pretty familiar with these healing. Metronome is really good in these raids, you know, for the long run, just to continue to boost your stuff. Horn Leech to make yourself more healthy as the fight goes along here. The only thing you really have to worry about against Ting-Lu is Heavy Slam. It's going to do a little chunk, but by the time it becomes a problem, you'll be able to Terra and get it all back with Horn Leech as it is, so it's not a big deal. I actually messed up right here. You're supposed to have Ogerpon as adamant in this set. That's what I originally intended, but I accidentally did a negative defense nature. That's why my Ogerpon here is taking so much damage. But yeah, normal Ogerpon has Defiant as one of its abilities, so if Ting-Lu does actually use Snarl, you'll get a free +2 as well. So yeah, even your ability is actually coming in handy in this fight. You don't often see normal Ogerpon with no mask, so it's kind of cool to use this. And yeah, Defiant is great here. You see our teammates are actually using Wellspring Ogerpon too, and I've been seeing a lot of Superior. Superior is an interesting one for sure. But yeah, right here we get our cool different form. Gyarados speed boost. Doesn't really matter because Ting-Lu is incredibly slow as it is. It's a very bulky mon though. Really good in OU. Get a nice little crit right there, and we did so much damage with that. Keep in mind we're still +2 and we got all back just like that. So yeah, that's pretty much the long and short of it. If you get ruinated at the start of the match, you could always just use the cheer command to heal yourself in case you're worried about getting crit or something after the fact. And you'll be just fine with this set. You could probably solo it like no problem, honestly. I don't see you running into any problems with this. The metronome is going to continue to boost your horn leeches. You're going to continue to get increased damage, and you're going to be keeping yourself healthy all throughout the match. And the only thing, again, you have to worry about is Heavy Slam. But even if it crits you, as long as you've been like, you know, healing yourself, then you'll be fine, man. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I really like using Ogerpon. Yeah, if you're having troubles respecking too, you can actually like find berries at the auction house and stuff. And we get a good look at the actual shiny form right here. They look pretty awesome, dude. I actually really like this color scheme on them. Here are rewards right here. Got some salty herba mystic here. But yeah, really fun set. Not too hard to put together. As long as you don't mind having to respec your Ogerpon, which you probably have speed in yours. But yeah, it's really not too hard to get the berries to lose your EVs in this game. But yeah, for our next set, we're using something very similar. It is going to be a Conkeldurr. Yeah, I'm actually playing through Pokemon White right now. That's why we haven't had a lot of videos on the channel. I'm working on a Nuzlocke, and I've been seeing so much of this Pokemon's pre-evolution. They're something else. This is a powerful mon, bro. So because of that, I decided to whip something together. This set is an Adamant Nature, max attack, max HP, with Drain Punch and Metronome. So yeah, this is another like pretty similar set. It's very similar to the Iron Hands one that I've showed off in the past, but of course Ting-Lu is a Terra Ground type in this, so you don't want to be busting out any kind of electric type against this particular Pokemon. But yeah, even so, you know, all you have to do is sit here and just spam Drain Punch. It's easy peasy, you know. There's not really much more to it. Healing builds are really keen in these raids, especially some of the more difficult ones, but I always wanted to use Conk, dude. I love using Conkeldurr. This Pokemon is so cool looking. I actually just caught one in my Nuzlocke, spoilers. But we'll get back into that. Yeah, I have so much editing to do, dude. I've like recorded so much of that, but I haven't edited any of it because I've been so busy. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. We actually get to it. I think it's gonna be a fun, cool series. This is my first time playing through Pokemon Black and White. Yeah, it's completely blind. I've never lost that as many Pokemon in a Nuzlocke in this as this upcoming one, so it's pretty exciting. But yeah, right here, you know, the build pretty much speaks for itself. All you have to do is spam Drain Punch. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I want to, you know, put together some stuff that's pretty easy to follow along here, and you know, you just click buttons, because if you're trying to farm these raids, which I do think you should do, then you definitely want to get something that's consistent, something that's effective, and something that you don't really have to, you know, pay attention to. So, you know, you can have this on one monitor and then go watch YouTube videos on the other, and just pretty much collect your salty urban mystica and all your experience candies and the while you grind this thing out. And yeah, with that, I was actually really surprised. One of our teammates cried on. Yeah, no, they did pretty good though. It worked out, whatever set they had. What is that? It's dragon fighting. That's right. I always forget this thing's not a fire type. That's right. I totally forgot about that. I was like, why are you bringing this? But then I was like, oh yeah, you're not a fire type. It always throws me off, this thing. But yeah, besides that, we got someone used a shiny they got from Wonder Trade that's like promoting some sketchy set. It's crazy, the idea of people even buying shinies in this game at all, because they're so easy to get unless they're mythical Pokemon like this that are, you know, locked behind events, obviously. But you can get a shiny Rillaboom, like, no problem, dude. Imagine paying money for a shiny. That's crazy to me, dude. Especially in a game like this. Yo, that girl's socks is crazy. Okay, and for our final set, I wanted to do something a little fun, and I caught myself a shiny Gyarados. Yeah, this thing's not the most effective in here, but I wanted to show off, you know, this is a Pokemon I shiny hunted recently. It was my first shiny on the Switch too, so yeah, just want to show it off. Yeah, it's just leftovers with Waterfall, Adamant Nature. You are weak to Stone Edge, but this thing isn't the strongest. That's why I put leftovers on it, so we can get like some base recovery going on the side, and we don't really have to worry about it. It does land the Stone Edge here. I think it is weakened from the Azumarill spamming chilling water. Yeah, that's right. It's like lowering this thing's attack. So we had a really good team for this particular fight. I don't really recommend using Gyarados, but you know, once you Terra Water, you're not going to be weak to Stone Edge, and it's max HP. Yeah, this particular Pokemon max HP, max attack. I can't talk right now. Max HP, max attack, just like every other set that we've used today. It's all the same stuff, right? So, but besides that, I'm pretty much just spamming Waterfall. Now we're Terra Water, so we're not weak to Stone Edge. We will have to take their Stomping Tantrum, but like I said, Ting-Lu is pretty weak, so we don't really have to worry about it, especially with the passive leftovers recovery. And we do a decent chunk, as you saw. Like, that was pretty alright, right? Of course, we don't have to worry about Snarl because we're a physical attacker and stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to, I don't know, catch a shiny for this, just to have a little bit of fun. But yeah, as you can see, the Azumarill player is using Chilling Water, which is very interesting. Interesting seeing like a support set in something like this. I think it definitely makes it very safer bringing something like this. But it is, at the end of the day, it is only a 5-star raid, so like, I don't know if it's really necessary, but it's an interesting idea. Absolutely, because this thing is hitting for like 0 damage. The only downside of bringing support sets is that this, in raids, you know, they can reset their stats and stuff. They do have that ability, but yeah, negates effects from itself, pretty much stuff like that, right? Stat changes and abilities, all these animations are going off. You know what I really want the most from the next upcoming raids, like in the next Pokemon games? I need new music, bro. The music in these raids is so ass, and I'm so sick of it's so like, oh my god, shut up. That's why I always change the music, because you can only listen to the one song. And it's like, brah, what were you thinking with that? Isn't that crazy? But yeah, this final one, honestly, dude, I just want to show off my Gyarados, dude. Really, just use Conkeldurr or Ogerpon or whatever. Ogerpon is really going to do the trick, but Conk will do it if you don't want to have to respec your Ogerpon and stuff. They even set up a rain dance. Azumarill did at the end. It was pretty funny. A little late for that, but it's all good. If it works, it works. Hey, it looks good on the Switch too. It's not like super laggy or anything. It's kind of nice. Alright dudes, hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bells and notifications, and I'll see you for the final raid whenever that comes out. Have a good one, dudes. Big thanks to everyone on Patreon and YouTube members for helping out the channel.